A diver gets up close and personal with the killer of the sea. He lives to tell about it and photograph it. Hear how he took these amazing photos as that shark was attacking his cage. That's next.
Our shot of the morning on this Saturday morning, staring into the jaws of death. A series of incredible pictures show a photographer fending off a 15-foot great white beast, and at one point putting his hand into its mouth.
What?
He was looking for his car keys. That photographer is Don Carpenter. He is on the phone with us this morning. Don, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. What in the world? We're talking about you putting your hand in the mouth of this. Why were you there? Why in the world did you do this?
Actually, a group of us chartered a boat out of Ensenada, Mexico to go to Guadalupe Island to actually have shark experiences. There was a large group of us, and we went out there and put 4 cages in the water, and we got lucky. We actually had a real good encounter. We had a 15-foot, about 1.5 ton female great white shark hang out with us for 2 days.
And when you say hang out, don't you mean attack? What was the great white's impression of seeing the cage?
We weren't using decoys, and we weren't chumming or doing anything like that. So really, she was just out there hanging out with us. She was very curious to see all these funny-looking things inside of these cages and was wondering what they were. And on the second day, she started mouthing the cage, is what you're seeing. She's not really attacking the cage. What she's doing is she's coming up and she's checking this thing out, and she's biting the bars and this kind of stuff. So she doesn't know what the heck we are. So she's not really attacking the cage.
She just smells you.
It just looks like it, yeah. You know, these guys don't have hands, so they have to use their mouth to figure out what things are.
But your friend, one of your fellow divers, does have hands, and in fact, he put that hand in the mouth of this shark. Why in the world did he do so?
Well, one of the other photographers was kind of hanging outside of the cage when she came up pretty close. And what Sam, and Sam is a shark wrangler. He actually worked for the boat that we were on. He actually reaches out of the cage and grabs her by the snout and tries to hold her off for a half a second so the other photographer can actually get back inside the cage, because we really don't want to get hung up on her bottom jaw, because her mouth is about probably 2.5, 3 feet wide.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd want to.
Even though she wasn't really trying to eat us, had we got hung up on her bottom jaw, that would not have been a good situation.
Yeah,
he's just holding her off and breaking her up the cage.
I've heard stories of shark teeth being sharp. Now, we had a guy on the show like 8 months ago who was in a shark cage, and the shark ate through the cage, and it broke part of the metal off, and he brought part of the metal with him into our studio, and I said, "Are you nuts? What were you thinking?" And I'm going to ask you the same question, Don. Are you nuts? What were you thinking?
You know, am I crazy? No. I mean, I intentionally went there to do this. What am I thinking? I'm thinking I want to get really good photographs of a great white shark, and I have to take a 30-hour boat ride to an island in the middle of nowhere.
Wow. Well, you certainly did that.
When this is actually happening, you know, I mean, your heart rate's up. I mean, you're just going. The adrenaline rush is right there, especially when she's right in my face a couple times. She actually did it to me 2 or 3 times, and you're just wow. It's an amazing experience.
Oh, I think we lost Don. Don,
right.
if you can still hear us, thanks for sharing these great pictures with us. What a catbird seat that you're in there. Thanks so much for coming on and telling us about it.
Oh, he's underwater, so we kind of ruined his cell phone there.